Alright viewers, welcome once again. So today, we'll also consider this question, and this is a past question from 2027 West African Examination Council. And you remember that we are on angles on the straight line. So what if you come across this kind of question? When you come across this kind of question, first of all, remember to identify your straight line. Now in this particular question, AB, line AB, the line segment AB is the only straight line there. If you look at this line, if it is label, if this is label C and D, you see that, let me use ED, you see that it is not a straight line. Yeah, it is straight to this point, or so you cannot look at it, it is straight and stops here. So you cannot look at it that way. If you try to look at it from E, beginning from E to D, it is not a straight line. So you consider line AB as a straight line. And above it, you have these angles on it, these two angles on it. Then below, you have these two angles. Okay, so in order for us to solve this, I think before this time, before you might have been introduced to this particular topic, in your JS3, you have done something like simultaneous linear equation. Okay. So in order for us to solve this question, we'll first of all consider this, the one top here. So you have here 3x plus y equals plus 45 equals 180. Reasons being that there are what angles on the straight line. So what do you have to do? Cross to the other side. So you have 3x plus y equals to 180 minus 45. That will give you what? 3x plus y equals 135. So then another thing is either we open this bracket or we divide by 3. But before we divide by 3, we need to check whether this number can be divided by 3. How do you know whether a number is divisible by 3? You look at these numbers, you add it up, you add a digit up, and this is 9. Since the sum of the digit is the multiples of 3, it means that 135 can be divided by what? Can be divided by 3. So we go straight to the point, we divide by 3. Remember what I said. It's either you open the bracket or you divide by 3. And if you are to divide by 3, you must test the number whether it is divisible by 3. So 135 is divisible by 3. So you have x plus y. Here will be 3 cancel 13 4 times, and 3 cancel 15 5 times. So remember, whenever you are having an expression or an equation with two unknown, know that you are going to solve a simultaneous equation. So because of that, you must have two equations. Because you must have two equations, you will name the first one you have gotten equation 1. Okay, so let's go for the next one. Below we have this other one, so you can draw a line like this. For 5x plus y equals 180. What's the reason? 5x plus. The reason is they are angle on a straight line. Since they are angle on a straight line, the sum of the two angles will be 180. And you have, okay, you need to check whether there is a common factor. There's no common factor for the coefficient and the constant. So we can have this to be equation 2. Have that to be our equation 2. So what you have to do now is to solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Please permit me to wipe the board like this. So Let me write down equation. Write down equation 1. We have x plus y equals 45. This is my equation 1. But and 5x plus 2y equals to 180. This is my equation 2. Okay. Now we can use different methods. We can use elimination method. We can use method of substitution. We can use grammar rule. We can also use determinant. You know, grammar rules is derived from determinant. So, but I love doing something. I love doing this. Whenever solving simultaneous equation, there is a simple approach. There are so many ways I can, in fact, without using my pen and paper, there are so many approaches to this. But I would love to introduce you to this. Now, if I have 2y here, I want to find x first. So I will have to eliminate 2y. How would I eliminate 2y? I multiply equation 1 by 2. So that I will have 2x plus 2y equals to 90. Such that if my 2y become a subject, I will now have 2y equals to 90 minus 2x. So going to equation 2, wherever I have 2y, I will now have 2x plus 90 minus 2x equals to 180. So that this will give me 3x and this will give me 90. Remember, when it crosses over, it will become minus. Yes, it will become minus 90. All right? So here it will be out from there. Okay. Let me do it this way. So you have 5x plus 90 minus 2x equals 180. So you have 5x minus 2x that is collecting like terms. Remember, the sign will only change if it crosses over an equal sign. Since this minus 2x do not cross over an equal sign, its sign will not change. But over here, 90 is crossing over an equal sign, and its sign changed to minus 90. So you have here 3x equals 90. So we divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. You have our x equals to 30 degrees. Now you've gotten our x is 30 degrees. So what are we going to do? Come over here. Remember, 2y will be equals to now 2 times 30. So our 2y will be 90 minus 60. Our 2y will be 30. Our y will be 30 divided by 2. If you divide both sides by 2, and you have 15. So you say, therefore, x is 30 degrees, y is 15 degrees. Okay. So that is the final answer. So we have a problem that led us to solving it simultaneously. That was so great.